Hi, my name is Sarah Chung and I'm in my 6th year of teaching. I started my job in this very classroom back in 2013 as a student teacher when I was only 21 years old. A lot has changed since then, especially as of last month. As someone who's always organized and has their life together and a schedule and weekends always planned, times have definitely changed. Originally, my idea to make this video was to make it for myself. I wanted a way to memorialize one of the most unique times in my life. But then I thought, why not just share it with the world or for anyone who's curious? I always wonder what people are doing during this quarantine, and I know I can't be the only one curious. So this video is for all the parents who are curious what distance learning looks like from the perspective of a high school teacher, for students who are curious what their teacher is doing on weekends now, and possibly for anyone else who is interested in a profession in teaching. Enjoy. Good morning. So I'm about to go for a run right now. I've been starting every single morning with about a 3-mile run around my neighborhood. The streets have been pretty much completely empty. So my goal for this week is to be able to run 3 miles in under 24 minutes every single day. So I just finished 3 miles right now. It took me 23 minutes and 55 seconds. So I just made my goal, and I hope I can keep this up for the next 7 days this week. Hair is all dry, hair is all curled. Okay, so it's 10:42 right now. Basically, I'm going to be starting work. Just trying to get some grading done for the beginning half of this day before I start eating lunch and before my mom comes. She is visiting me and my sister today. And this setup is actually on my dresser. So normally I used to have my playbills on here. Now it just kind of converted into a standing desk. A lot of these things were from my school, so the ergonomic keyboard and the mouse, as well as the monitor. And along the back right here, I have another Surface Pro, so I actually have 2 Surface Pros, this one as well as that one there. Because this one is the newer version, it has a USB-C. This one though is a mini DisplayPort, so I have to use this one for now until I get a better converter. But that's the situation for now. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so now it's about 12:52 p.m. Got another cup of coffee, and I'm gonna start recording my video lessons. Here, you'll see my screen. This is the lesson that I'm recording for my class today. I am basically using my second Surface Pro. What I'm gonna do is use this program, which is called Screencast-O-Matic, and it's paid for by the district. So now, all I have to do is press the button that says record. It launches a recorder for me, and it basically captures anything that I have in the screen. And for dependent events, we know that the probability of B is not equal to the probability of B given A. However, for independent events, the probability of B would of course equal the probability of B given A, since the event A did not affect B at all. Like I previously mentioned, please make sure that you are familiar with a standard deck of 52 cards.
Why would people be upset about that?
No, when they first started doing that. Because right before they were saying that.
Ingredients to make the banana bread. Looks and smells delicious.
A lot of people wonder, what...
Okay, so right now I think it is 5:08 p.m. Got a little dinner in, gonna take the rest of my banana bread to my room to finish working on some more tests and grading for today. I have to actually pick a 4-person committee though, so I would have to start with the combination of the 26 total students that I have. How many different ways can I select 4 of them? Okay, so it's 6:06 p.m. I just finished recording my very last segment for my video lesson for tomorrow, and I actually save everything on Screencast-O-Matic onto my OneDrive, which is similar to Google Drive or iCloud, and I do that so that I could access it from my monitor. Then from here, what I do is I basically just go onto OneDrive, then I find the Screencast-O-Matic. It's all saved under my recordings, and I'm able to quickly open up the recording. And once it's opened up, basically I just edit this entire video and attach it with all the other recordings that I have for this particular day. I'm cutting what I think is unnecessary or times that I messed up, because that happens quite a bit, and then cutting out any uhs or ums so that it's not too long of a video. 5 of them, that would just be my denominator. And there are a total of 2,598,907. I hate listening to myself talk. This is by far the worst part about filming videos for my class. And it is still going. I'm going to do each of these individually. My voice. These 2 are independent of one. And Rue wanted to see the sunset too. Sunsets in California. We've been having the best sunsets in Southern California. Every night I FaceTime my boyfriend, who's actually an emergency medicine doctor in New York City. Most people now just think of that city as the epicenter of the COVID outbreak in the United States. But to me, that city feels like my second home. I spent the last 3 summers, winters, springs, and countless holiday weekends there. And now I'm not sure when the next time is that I'll be back. The worst part has been having to cancel all our plans to see each other the last couple of months, and me just not being able to be there with him during the hardest part of his career. Okay, so it is about 9:25 p.m. I just finished editing my entire video for tomorrow's lesson. Took about an hour and a half or so to get the hour of content down to 34 minutes. This part is pretty straightforward. All I have to do is export this as a video file. It'll change it to an MP4 for me so that I can put it onto YouTube, press publish, and thankfully this process is not too long. The best feeling when you finally see your file converted and ready to upload onto YouTube. So as much as I would like work to actually be over, it's not. Even though I got the video lesson in, we actually hold live conferences as well for all of our classes. So tomorrow I still have a conference that's probably going to last about 30 minutes per class. And during that time we go over announcements, finish up the video lesson where I prompt students to answer questions on their own. We finally go over those together. And I do have to prepare a presentation for that. So that's basically what I'm working on right now. Let me show you. So this is for one of my math classes. We first start off by going over some class announcements together, and then I show them the pacing guide for what to expect over the next few weeks. Then we go over some examples together as an entire class before I start showing them some of the poll questions like I had mentioned previously. So this is for my other math class. It's the same idea. I have different poll questions that are prepared for them. I actually give them some answers to questions I think they already know how to do. I go over the more difficult questions in the lesson that weren't actually answered for them, and we walk through them together as a class. And at this point, it's about 11:30 p.m. I also then go over their homework assignments. I check to see what problems are being commonly missed, and then I make a tally for myself so that we can go over it in conference together. Okay, also on a side note, something I found super interesting, if you actually go to analytics and then click on where it says audience, why are all my students pretending that they're between 18 and 54 years old? I was able to get both of them uploaded. I'm just gonna quickly check to see that all parts of it work, which for the first video, it looks like it's good. The second video, please work this time.
But I have
And perfect. So obviously this is a lot more work than I would normally be doing during the school year. Online distance learning does require a lot more work, especially on weekends, to try to catch up with the grading, to catch up with video lessons. And this is about the amount of work that I would say I do every other day. So it usually is about 12 hours of work. So now it is well past midnight and it is just time for me to take off this makeup and get ready for sleep. Alexa, lights off. So that was my day. As hard as distance learning may have been in the last month, it truly pales in comparison to the work that my boyfriend and our friends are doing in New York City, and I'm always humbled by that truth. Many of our friends have tested positive for COVID-19 and some have gotten very ill, so this disease does feel very real to us. So although distance learning and staying at home might get difficult sometimes, I do it for many people. I do it for my students who deserve an education. I do it for my boyfriend and all our friends who are fighting every single day for us. I do it for the elderly and vulnerable populations. And I do it for everyone else who I love and care about. I hope you're at home staying safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.